Yo, yo, Tony D back. Not the brown bag. Good enough, the plastic bag. Saw my homies, Rachel and Dan. Speeding Bullet Comics. Go check them out if you're in Norman, Oklahoma. Or just go to your comic shop. I know I buy a lot of stuff online and I showcase a lot of that, but man, I give the shop some love. And let's see what I got today. Tony D is totally speculating. So, got me another copy of Predator. Kills the Marvel Universe. Not versus, kills. And whenever I see that, I am on top of it. I have read this issue. I highly recommend it. But the reason why I bought it is because I'm speculating. I think this is going to be a hit. I also believe Spider-Man versus Predator. I think you should get on that if you're a speculator, if you're into keys. And I'll tell you why you should get Spider-Man versus Predator. Probably issue, it's 2 or 3, where you see the 3 Predators that come looking for Skinner, the evil Predator. And I'll tell you why you should get that is because at the end of Spider-Man versus Predator issue 4, they take one of these, and this is the one they take for experimentation, all that alien type stuff. But this is your first appearance, or the first appearance as Predator X. I believe that is huge. And you first see this character in the series, the aforementioned series, Spider-Man versus Predator. So I would get that. If you're into speculating, if you're in the keys, it's totally there. And it's probably, I don't know, it may just be me going off on a, one of my rabbit hole tangents that I love. I totally love it. That's part of the hobby, is searching, finding, talking, collaborating, sharing. It's all, man, it's great. And speaking of speculating, first cover appearance of Hellgate, I have a feeling this character will shine in the future. Gave Spider-Man a crazy battle. I even thought about doubling up on that. I think I did, but I did it with alternate covers. This cover, however, is not Romita Jr. I don't know who it is. Sometimes they list the cover artist. You would think I know just by looking at that, but this is the first cover appearance. So that's why I bought that. I am speculating. And if you've been in the game, you know that first cover appearances are a thing, and it's cool. Even if not, I don't care. I have it. It's in the collection, and I'm glad to have it. I know. Boy, I've been burnt on that speculating as well. I can't think of the last one, but it's happened. I remember a time when I was so ignorant to all that stuff. It was the best time ever in my comic collecting career, just not knowing, just reading innocently. This right here, this is interesting. So this was on the back of this issue. This is I don't know, New Cadia. I guess it came from that collection or whatever, but cracking it open because I want it in my stuff. So I was going through the back issues the way I do. It just caught my eye. Things that catch my eye, I just go ahead and buy them. Diggle, Johnson, Tichetto. Nothing, nothing popular, out of the ordinary. Now, Tichetto, I do like his artwork. He's killing it. Yeah, his artwork is great. But yeah, it just caught my eye. Thought it was a cool cover. Totally dig the upper left-hand corner there. 2009. Yeah, man. Maybe this will spark that's a cool thing about grabbing random issues like that for me, is it may spark me to read a storyline I didn't read. And I haven't read this, so, and I will. So it gets no tape for you because I will read you. This one caught my eye as well. Want to see what this is all about. All the lanterns chained up. And I saw the Predator, and you know your boy is on a Predator kick. Yeah, not sure. I don't know if that's a Dark Star. Now, I do like the Dark Stars. I like them as an enemy, as an antagonist. But you know, $2.99, you can't beat it, man. There's always something for everybody. Get out there, dig, and enjoy. It's a very affordable hobby. So yeah, this is great. Larfleeze. God, dude, that dude is just, I don't know. Didn't really, I mean, that's a big character in the, what was it, Sinestro War? Pretty huge. Blackest Night, all that. Just never, Larfleeze never, I don't know. I had his first appearance in that long box. I've told this story a few times. I had a long box stolen, man. It had, you know, it had my Larfleeze stuff in it. Just because I don't like him doesn't mean, you know, I didn't want to lose my comics with him in it. But, you know, that's what happens. And maybe there's a kid that got a hold of some of those. I'm sure the long box made it to a pawn shop. Oh, no tape for you. You must read. I'm sure it made it to a pawn shop, was sold, and hopefully a kid, man, even adult, I don't care. Hopefully somebody got a hold of them and they're being loved right now and just enjoyed. That's how we're going with that. Positive. Keep it on the positive. You know, if something like that does spark the love for comics in someone, it's totally worth it as far as it being stolen from me. But yeah, picked up a Planetary issue. I'm totally getting into Stormwatch, The Authority, Planetary. These were things I really didn't get into back in the day. These resealable ones are cool. However, I was looking at, oh wow, it was Mark Miller and Frank Quietly doing The Authority. Now, let me show you a panel. For some reason, Brian Hitch does not resonate with me, so that's why I haven't grabbed issue 1. So I jumped on with Miller, and Quietly is the man. All right, that right there, my jaw dropped, and I was like, holy shit. And I'm going to start a series, Potty Mouth Panels. Man, show me a panel that when you turn to it, you just said a dirty word. But I mean, behold, that is fantastic. The perspective he laid on that, just, this thing is just for a one-page thing, that is freaking awesome, dude. Quietly, he's fantastic. But I do have some Authority comics. I need to go through them. And I'm not getting into it just because of the hubbub in the movies, with the movies or whatever. Like The Engineer, that jacked up the price of that book, her first appearance. But the Planetary, I have a trade paperback that I read, and it's pretty dark. And I totally dig it. But since this is older, I'll give it to E. Gerb. Actually, this may be 2020. I don't know. Let's check it out, man. We got time. Let's dig in. I'm totally into this stuff. Warren Ellis is a great writer. You know, if these guys would just stay out of trouble, it'd be a lot better. Oh, 2004. All right. Cool. That's old enough to get to E. Gerb. A lot of older books, I give it to E. Gerb. Yeah, totally excited about Planetary. They didn't have much at the local comic shop, but I will keep my eyes peeled. And if you know of a good spot, let me know. Heavy Metal Magazine, the comic shop, received a bunch of heavy metal magazines, and I've been digging through them. Heavy Metal it's a legendary magazine. Broke a lot of rules. It's highly adultish, if that's a word, adultish. You don't want your little mega minis to get a hold of these, but what I do, the reason why I bought this was the contrast, the classic Beauty and the Beast format there. Didn't even think about that, but that's why I bought it. I thought, man, that dude is so gnarly and grisly looking, and the beauty with that right there, the contrast was just there for me. You know, and it's more than just Beauty and the Beast. It was just how that thing's rendered. So I'll buy books like that. The cover will touch me off there like, man, we get a little bit of the D's. I gotta be careful with these. Like, I cracked one open the other day in a video, and I'm glad I didn't have it. Yeah, it's extremely, I forgot how adult this book really was. You know, I'll find something for you guys. Okay, this is interesting, like a little cyborg baby. I do love the future stuff in here. You know, a lot of people, I think they're more drawn to heavy metal for the Dungeon and Dragon-esque type stuff. But for me, it's the cyborgs, it's the futuristic type material like that. And sometimes they mix the two. Now, Den was a great storyline. That Corbin, excellent stuff. Yeah, man, I'm glad to have me some heavy metal. Maybe we can get some info from the Heavy Metal Hippie. I'll link to his channel. I think he's a heavy metal reader as well. That is, for those who don't know, that is Gotham and Glam. She's my homie. That is her husband's channel, and he's hilarious. So you got to check that out. So I will tape that one all the way up, archive it. I do have Mylar for that. Always Mylar and stuff. I don't know, it can get expensive, but it's worth it. But polybags are underrated sometimes, but man, there you go. LCS trip was fantastic. Outro.